Hello Internet, it's Andrew. Welcome to another exciting video. Today I wanted to speak to you about helium. Look, I'm not really sure exactly how to put this, but helium hasn't been the most positive experience that I had hoped it would be. So let me explain. I got into helium through crypto, and I was looking for something that has a little bit more, well, how can I put it? I wanted to do some mining, and I read a whole bunch of negative stuff about mining Bitcoin or Ethereum or that sort of stuff, and the amount of cost involved. And through that research, I lucked onto helium, and I thought, well, this is something that I could definitely get on board with, and so I did it. So the easiest way I can explain helium is it will eventually be a dodgy, data-only sort of element of what you get on your mobile phone. And it's set up by people. The infrastructure is run by everyday people like you and me. There's a little bit of a cost involvement to set it up, and then after that, there's supposed to be some money coming in, and that's basically it. So there's a lot of you who are probably watching this video who are in the same boat as me, and that is like asking yourself the question, is it worth it? And I think the answer is, well, it depends. And I know you're gonna hate that answer, but I can tell you right now that my helium setup has not been what I thought it would be, but I'm still enjoying the process, and there's still some money coming in, so I'm gonna explain that to you. So if you're in a place where these antennas there's a heap of them, and your location where you set up your antenna is nice and high, you're going to have most likely a positive experience with helium. However, if you're like me, and I am about 30 kilometers from the center of Brisbane, north, in a place called Burpengary. So Burpengary is on a sort of a plain, and the important thing to note is that it is surrounded by a couple of sort of hilly areas. So on the way towards Brisbane, you've got Ferny Hills, you've got a couple of hilly, sort of Everton Park. That area is quite hilly, and Narangba, not too far from here, is quite of a hilly area. Going north, it's not too bad, and then going east is the ocean, and that part's not too bad either. But the main part, which is going towards Brisbane, has some limitations. So why is it a frustrating experience? Well, number one, I've had some issues with how much to spend on the complete system to set it up. So I initially just had it as it comes out of the box with a little antenna. I upgraded. A long story short, it's now up on my roof on a about 8 meters off the ground, just dangling there, doing its thing. I spent extra money on making sure I got the LMR 400 cable, and I have probably the most well-regarded antenna as well, so I spent money on it. So all up, it's cost me about $1,500. So straight away, that amount of dollars is more than what I thought it would cost initially, probably by twofold. I thought about 800 bucks would get me there, but it hasn't. A lot of the stuff you read about is about coming even, like what's the coming even point, or making back your money from your setup. And a good indicator is about a year. So I am not on track for a year at this point. I am probably 2 years, I'd say, for my system to return its money, which is not bad. 50% return in a year is pretty good for an investment. And that's, you got to look at it as an investment. Second thing, there's a lot of troubleshooting to do with the miner, and it's really hard to pick in terms of exactly what the problem was. I have found a couple of issues that I was able to resolve with my miner. I will make a separate video about that soon, so stay tuned for that. But let me just quickly give you a quick little update on what's going on. So I've kind of worked out that the power supply is an important element. The way that the connections are is important. I know it's a little thing, but something that's you got to keep a lookout for. The IP address, so setting up the IP address is also something that can go wrong and cause issues. My hotspot was relayed for a while, and I had to figure out how to fix that. So there's been a couple of things that I've had to rectify. It's been a good learning experience. Like, I've sort of enjoyed the process, but it got to a point where it's a bit frustrating now when I see that there's maybe other things that I can't fix or I can't improve upon. So yeah, so the big one is the expectations versus reality of how much money you're gonna make. So I'm here in Australia, and I've had some fairly good days, and a good day for my hotspot is $5, and I've had a couple of $5 days, $5 Australian. But most days I'm struggling to get $2, and that is somewhat frustrating, especially when 2 days ago I sent out a beacon and I got 10 witnesses. 10, that was pretty good. I haven't had 10 before, and I thought, oh yeah, this is going to be a good little payout, and I ended up getting $1.50 for 10 witnesses, and I've never had that before. And then inconsistency just is amazing, because then I witnessed the beacon, and that one beacon paid $1.80. Yeah, one beacon paid like $4. I don't know, I don't get it. So, but yeah, I had one beacon pay like $1.50 quite consistently now when I do witness that beacon. So yeah, that's it's very inconsistent, I can tell you that. So before you go diving into helium, there's just, yeah, look, be mindful that it's one of those frustrating sort of processes. It's hard to get right, and you know, there's a lot of people who are really struggling, who can't get theirs going. There's been no activity for a long time on some of the miners. There's been no activity, and when you see no activity, that's yeah, a bit heartbreaking. So do I recommend that you set up a helium miner? Well, the answer is very simple: location, location, location. So if you're in a good location, your initial experiences are going to be way better than mine has been. You're going to you're going to have a lot more witnesses. You're going to be witnessing a lot more, and that's you know, that's where it's at. So yeah, definitely, if you have a look on the any Helium Explorer or any of the websites, you can see if there's plenty of hotspots near you. Great, okay, that's gonna work. If you're like me, where there's only one here and one there, and the ones that I often witness are about 10 kilometers from me, okay, that's not gonna work as well. So where to from here? I think the next thing is to possibly try a 8 dBi antenna. So again, if you do your research, you'll see that that sometimes makes a bit of a difference, but we'll see how we go. But yeah, look, the experience has been it's been okay. So one thing to keep in mind if you are looking at starting helium here in Australia is that 5G is coming. So you might spend your money on a miner that may or may not be used in the future. So there's a slight little risk of that if you haven't purchased your hotspot yet. The other perhaps more, I suppose, pertinent thing is, what will the utility of this be? So when will we see products and systems really utilizing the helium network? So look, there you have it, everybody. I know I'm not sounding too positive about the whole experience. But it is what it is. It's been a good little experiment and a little bit of fun, but yeah, it hasn't really been what I thought it would be. So look, I'll still keep making videos. If you've got any questions or comments, please let me know. And apart from that, I will see you at the next video. Bye.